1956, Beaufort, Georgia. Beneath these waters lie towns, graves, and restless souls. At night, when the fog curls over Lake Lanier, the water does not look still, it looks watchful. Locals whisper that the surface is only a veil, thin enough for the dead to press against, their shapes moving just beneath the moonlight. Swimmers who surface gasping often claim the same. They felt someone down there, clinging to them, pulling them deeper. For many, the lake is not just dangerous, it is hungry. The strange tales began almost as soon as the reservoir was filled. Fishermen described hearing church bells from below, as though a steeple still rose in the drowned world beneath. Boaters saw pale hands reach briefly from the water, vanishing when touched. And sometimes, on quiet nights, a woman in a tattered blue dress wandered the shoreline, her face hidden, her steps unsteady. Those who passed her on Brown's Bridge swore she left puddles on the asphalt, though the night had been dry. They called her the Lady of the Lake. Her story is traced to 1958, when two women plunged off that same bridge, their car vanishing into the water's black depth. One body was found, the other was not. Since then, drivers and fishermen have seen her drifting, her presence heavy with sorrow. But many insist her ghost is only one among thousands. The drownings feed the legend. Hundreds have died in Lanier, strong swimmers yanked under without cause, boats capsizing in calm water, survivors swearing they felt arms around their legs. The accidents happen too often, too strangely, for many to dismiss. And so the lake became infamous, not just for deaths, but for something darker. The truth of its haunting lies not only in lost lives, but in what lies buried below. When the waters were released, entire communities were left to drown. Houses, barns, and forests still sit intact beneath the surface, ghostly towns sleeping in silence. Even cemeteries were never fully moved. Coffins, bones, entire histories were sealed beneath the rising flood. And among them was Oscarville, a once thriving black community, emptied in 1912 when racial terror drove its families away. Their land was seized, their churches abandoned, their graves unguarded. Decades later, those same grounds were swallowed by Lake Lanier. The injustice never surfaced again. It sank. This is the twist that chills even skeptics. The Lady of the Lake may be the face of the haunting, but the true force pulling from below is older, heavier. It is the memory of stolen homes, silenced voices, and the countless dead left unrested. Lake Lanier does not simply drown, it remembers. And in its depths, the past will not release its grip. And perhaps that is why the waters never grow quiet. Visitors speak of sudden cold winds sweeping across the lake, of voices rising in the mist, sermons, hymns, and cries of families torn from their homes. Some say when the moon is high, you can see lantern lights glowing beneath the surface, drifting between the drowned rooftops. Lake Lanier does not rest because it was built upon unrest. Every ripple is a reminder, every shadow is a reckoning. And for those who enter, the lake decides who leaves.